Let's go. We're live on YouTube now. Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. Just quickly look at YouTube. Hey, good morning guys on the YouTube live stream. How's everyone doing? So we got unemployment claims coming up today at 1:30. So the forecast is, if you look at the forecast, I think is 196, and then the previous numbers were 184k. So again, let's see what the actual numbers are going to be for the unemployment claim, and then obviously we got this news event here as well. But how are you, Babu? How are you? How's everyone? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depends how where you guys are, or even good night. I don't know where you guys are. But well, wherever you guys are, hopefully everyone's doing great. Today again, guys, it's gonna be an amazing session, man. I'm so excited for today because of price action. Price action just making me happy. Honestly, it's just making me so happy now. 50 got retested as well, man. Finally. Finally it got retested. Finally. Look at the monthly at this point as well. Amazing. Like that retest of the support which we expected, it's finally done. At this point we can start pushing up. Nothing should be stopping gold from pushing up now, because this is exactly what we needed in the markets. Liquidity. Let's look at the intraday time frame at this point. Look what we've done now. We've violated the lows. We've grabbed the liquidity which I was waiting for like literally the longest. But then again, I was like, you know what? Can we really see this anytime soon? I thought maybe with NFP we were going to see this move to the downside, but it didn't happen. But luckily with FOMC it happened. It finally gave us the liquidity to the downside, and look at this beast of a move to the top side. I wish this was actually like during our session and we had caught this on the live stream, but you know what? At least now the move is done, and now we can start to, you know, start uptrend once again. But now in order for us to again start uptrend, guys, it's going to be hard for gold to kind of just break out of this consolidation, right? Because of the month that we are in. The only reason we had such a massive move was because of the news event that we had yesterday at 7 o'clock GMT, FOMC to be precise. And you know, with that, obviously gold just turned into a Titanic, and then from there just obviously turned into a rocket ship. That's what gold does. So let's just look at the weekly once again. Look at your monthly candle now at this point. On the monthly candle, you are starting to tap into this support. And look at your monthly candle. Now the thing about your monthly candle is, right, your monthly candle has a lot of room to go up to. If you actually look to the left as well, right, like the only rejection area that you do have on the monthly candle is all the way up to 1797. So now I'm expecting gold to push up all the way up to that level, but again it's gonna do in a sustainable manner, right? Let's look at the weekly candle. Look at the way this weekly candle had just switched now. Wow, grabbing all of the liquidity, but again not violating the structural lows, because the structural lows are all the way down there. But guess what we are doing at this point? We're grabbing liquidity to the downside. Once we have liquidity, what are we going to see? Explosive moves. So let's look at the intraday time frame right now. Look at the previous candle, really bullish. And of course this candle again here has formed highs as well as lows. So how much has this candle pushed up now? It's pushed up roughly about 126 pips. Let's see the lows of this candle. Let's see if we have a sustainable bump wick. Let's do some investigation. Looking to the left, okay. It seems like we have tapped into a key area. So it seems like, okay, it seems like a good area. We have tapped into a good area. A lot of rejections from this area. Look at that. A lot of momentum to the downside from here. A lot of momentum to the downside. So this does show us that there are a lot of orders here. That's amazing. That's exactly what we are looking for when we're looking for rejections, right? So if price is rejecting off of a significant amount of area, like significant sort of like area. So if there are a significant amount of like, you know, orders there, then it's a good area. So look at that. A lot of sell orders here. Again, price is holding this level as a support, and then from here a lot of buy orders are being executed, and a rocket ship of a candle exploding all the way above 1797, which is our target on monthly basically, right? So again, now we are within this consolidation. We got to keep that in our mind. So unless we start to like break out of this consolidation, we're going to come to the top side of the consolidation and start pushing down. So again, it becomes a bit tricky for us to start taking a buy position up here. But now what we do have is that we have liquidity in the market. That's what price needs, right? Price needs liquidity in order to actually break out of something that's so rangy, some sort of consolidation like this on the intraday time frame, right? So let's see the highs as well. What are we tapping into when it comes to the highs of the range? So the highs of the intraday range as well, the daily candle. Okay, we've tapped into this area. We can see a lot of sell orders over here being executed. A lot of sell orders. This is like, you know, a lot of selling pressure. There's a lot of selling pressure. So what are we looking for now? Look, price has created highs now. Again, if we start breaking above this now, I'm looking to see where can we take buys from. So honestly, we start respecting this area. We start trading above this. I really doubt gold's gonna drop. Even though correction is required, let's look at the 4-hour time frame as well. Even though the correction is required, you guys gotta understand, we have crazy amount of liquidity in the market now. This is when the correction should start, technically. This is that area. We should start seeing correction from this area now. But if we do start trading above this, I can really see us coming all the way up to at least 1797 now, and then from there potentially start to drop, because we do have obviously unemployment claims coming at 1/2 as well. So that's going to obviously give us that boost in, you know, momentum. Is going to give us more volatility in the markets. At the moment we are quite bullish. We do understand that. I don't want to marry a bias saying like, you know, we've created an imbalance in the market and now, you know, the imbalance has to be corrected today. I don't want to say that. Look, gold's at all-time highs at this point now. We've got one sort of rejection from 1788. We're coming down. This is technically becoming a pullback now. Look at that, still respecting all the structures, forming higher highs, higher lows. We do understand on the bigger picture, we are quite bullish on gold, and this was literally the liquidity I was waiting for. We have been waiting for this liquidity for the longest. If you've done a one-to-one session with me, you are a happy person right now, because this over here, I've spoken about this numerous times. Like, gold had to come down to at least, like, you know, 52 to 70 to grab all of this liquidity on the intraday time frame, and then after that we're gonna start our uptrend once again. So I think we're about to start a massive uptrend. The only thing is we are in December, so are we really capable of doing that? So let's just look at the top side of the range as well. Looking at the weekly, weekly is about to switch. The previous weekly highs are right there. Again, that's obviously our first target, right? But once we start clearing that 1797, let's look at the top side of this consolidation on the intraday time frame though. Okay, so the highest rejection that we do have, so look at that. From here, this was the highest rejection, came down, we started to consolidate, this became our consolidation. So from here, we formed that new leg down. So I think as soon as we start breaking above this, we're going to see a really massive push to the top side as well, because you got a lot of liquidity above this now. This is where you form the leg down from. But again, it becomes a bit tricky because we are at all-time highs right now on gold, and the sort of push that we had was really aggressive to the top side as well. And, you know, we do understand that that forms some sort of, you know, imbalance in the markets, because obviously price needs to move in waves. It needs to form higher highs, higher lows. But if we look at the 30-minute time frame again, from this point on, price action has been sustainable, but below that, because of FOMC obviously and liquidity, we had such aggressive push to the top side. So what I'm thinking now is either we're going to start respecting this area up here, and then from there you're going to see sells playing out, or if we do start trading above this, I don't doubt it. I don't doubt bias can play out. Most definitely bias can play out. So usually when we do see a nice push starting from this level here, we start to see rejections from here, massive rejections from this point on. So do you want to be cautious if we are looking for buys? Again, let's go back to the daily time frame. Look at that, daily is about to break its own highs now. At this point, that's our daily highs. We've gotten a rejection from there. That's our first rejection at this point now. Looking at the daily candle, the bottom wick looks quite good as well. Let's just quickly go back to the weekly time frame. The previous weekly highs are actually all the way up here. We're just gonna mark the previous weekly highs because that's gonna be our first target, right? The first target is always the previous wick, because wicks are either rejections or destinations, and that's about 67 pips away for us now. And from there, obviously, we can start expecting some sort of pullbacks now. Looking at the daily time frame as well, exactly, that's the top side of the range, basically. So I would say top side of the range should be the first target. And obviously, if we do start breaking out of it, at that point, we're going to see such a explosive push to the top side, because we're gonna be grabbing a lot of liquidity to the top side, or even really aggressive sells playing out from there. But I think until then, yeah, I think buyers can play out. But again, where can we catch buyers from though? That's what I'll be looking to see now. Where can we catch buyers from? Where can we catch buyers from? Because this push to the top side was really aggressive now. It's pushed up about 400 pips. But we do understand, once you understand the bigger picture, trust me, it gives you a lot of confidence to actually execute on a buyer position, because this liquidity, we've been calling for liquidity to the downside for like ages, and we finally have liquidity. This is what gold needed to start the uptrend once again, because technically we are in an uptrend. We haven't violated the structural laws. This was just liquidity. The structural laws are all the way down there. This was your correction because of this push to the top side now. And so again, usually when we do get that push to the top side, let's see, every time a push to the top side starts from here, guess what happens? We push at least up to this level, and then from there we start to see pullbacks now. So this kind of becomes that range now. Look at the 4 hour about to explode once again now. Honestly, we're gonna have to see where we can catch these buyers from, because from up here it doesn't make sense to actually execute a buy position from all the way up here now. So it's going to be one of those things. Going to have to see where we can see a lot of like buy orders being executed from. So you have some buy orders being executed here, a lot of buy orders executing here as well. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to mark this. Maybe if we can start to see a lot of momentum kick in from here. If I can, where are those rectangles? Right there. Okay, I'm gonna just mark this area, see if we can see some sort of like nice pullback down to this area, and start holding this area as some sort of support to start pushing up. So look at that, gold is just becoming a rocket ship once again. It's just pushing up, it's just destroying out of everything, man. And with unemployment claims, again, fundamentals will play a big factor, but I think we're gonna see nice buys playing out today. But how's everyone doing on the YouTube live stream, guys? Hopefully everyone's doing great. How are you, Amir? How are you, Akishir? How are you, Babu? How are you, Samita? How are you, NM15? How are you, Ayub? How are you guys? Hopefully everyone's doing well, guys. Honestly, really excited for today's session. Do you know, guys, why I'm so excited? If you guys have done a one-to-one session with me, you know why I'm excited. I've been waiting for this for the longest time. Honestly, this here, I've been waiting for it for the longest time, because we are in an uptrend, man. Do you know why we are in an uptrend, guys? Let me just show you something very basic. Let's just quickly go on the weekly, actually. Look at that. These are your structural lows. We have not violated the structural lows just yet. So this over here, this whole push to the downside was just your correction now. And at this point, we have liquidity to start the uptrend once again now. Once again. And look at this. Every time we start, you know, executing buy orders from down here, the buy orders usually run up all the way up to this level. And then from there, you start to see, you know, sellers taking control. So this kind of becomes your, like, you know, clean traffic as well in a way, but we are within a consolidation. We do understand that. So we want to keep that in our mind, that we are within this consolidation. You know, we've been ranging. So again, we are not expecting something to happen. We are not predicting something. We're just gonna react. So how can we react to this? We are quite bullish right now. We're about to tap the resistance. Obviously, what's the first thing that's gonna happen when you start tapping into this area? Either we're gonna break out of this explosive break, or we're gonna start seeing rejections, right? So now again, it depends what sort of rejections we see. Are there like really aggressive rejections that you start to, you know, violate everything? You start to, like, you know, violate the 4 hour lows. You start to, you know, violate the structure lows on the 30 minutes. At that point, you're saying, okay, now cool. You know what? Momentum to the downside is starting to kick in. Let's see if we can start finding out some sort of confirmations to execute on a sell position. Until then, man, I'm looking for buys on gold. I'm really looking for buys on gold. But again, look, from here, below this area, does make sense for us to, like, you know, start looking at some sort of sell positions as well. So we can see a lot of momentum does kick in from down here. But until then, I think buys should be good. So this area here, I'll look out for this area. Maybe from here, sells can play out. Until then, I think I'll be looking for those buyers. Look at this, just like breaking out of this resistance at this point as well, man. Goldilocks, such a beautiful pair to trade, man. during the month of December, guys. Look, this is gold. This is gold. That's why it's such an exciting pair to trade. That's why I tell everyone, like, if you're trading gold and you're not really profitable yet and you have like another 10 pairs, just stick to gold and try to become profitable on gold, because you're going to become highly profitable, man. Like, my session haven't even started and now I'm up like 1% because of yesterday. Amazing, amazing. Now looking to the left, looking to the left, looking to the left. This usually does become your pullback area. So from here, we can start to expect some sort of pullbacks now or rejections. Again, we are starting the momentum to the top side from here. Do you have the bottom wick? Everything looks good so far, so good. Starting to kind of like trade above this resistance level as well. So usually, you know, we start to close below this resistance level, right? So all the candles have been closing below this. At this point, this candle is starting to trade above this. Well, we got to start seeing, okay, where do you usually start to reject from? Price approaches that level, and then from there you start to see those insane rejections, right? So we're going to start marking out those levels as well. Obviously, as soon as we start to clear all of these levels, that's going to start giving us more confirmations. Like, you know, you're like, okay, cool. Now all the previous candles failed to do that. Why is this candle doing it? Because then you're like, okay, now gold has liquidity, and if gold starts to clear all of these levels, then guess what, we're gonna break out of this consolidation finally. And if we start breaking above 1793, wow, this we're gonna see a rocket ship of a candle, at least all the way up to like 1800 plus, man. We're coming above 1800 if we start breaking above 1793. Can we realistically see that happening today? Why not, guys? We got unemployment claims coming in another 13 minutes as well. We have liquidity in the market, like insane amount of liquidity, literally insane amount of liquidity. Like, we can see that is very realistic now. I mean, if you were like down there and then you guys were asking me, can we see 1800 today? I'll be like, it can happen, but is it really realistic? I'll be like, not really. But now it is very realistic for us to see 1800 today. Really realistic. If we start breaking above this, man, 1800 is doable. Again, I do understand that, you know, something like this needs to be corrected, right? But again, I don't want to marry a bias of looking for those corrections. One of the biggest confluences is the liquidity that we have in the market. Maybe we might just have to start pushing up now. This is gonna start aggressive uptrend now, in my opinion. So, oof, look at this beast, guys. Look at this beast. 60 pips on this 30-minute candle, man. Wow, look at that. We're starting to clear this area at this point as well. Next area we are approaching is, oh wow, look at this, man. I wish this was during our session, man. This candle was the half one candle. I would have taken this buy position all the way to the top side. But look at that, we're starting to tap these areas now. Again, we do understand that these areas either become pullback areas or rejection areas. So we just have to see how price reacts to these areas as well, right? Just gonna have to see when we do get the open, we're gonna get a lot of volatility. So it might be one of them things. We might just have to, you know, be really quick with the executions, and, you know, might not be, you know, waiting for those pullbacks. Let's just see what sort of momentum we get with the open. I'm just gonna wait for that first. Please look at the 30-minute chart. Yeah, this is the 30-minute chart. But yeah, we don't stick with one chart. We have to look at every single thing so you don't miss any clues. You have to look at every single thing, the bigger picture as well as the, you know, lower time frames. So the bigger picture is obviously monthly as well as weekly, daily. You need to understand everything, man. Look at this monthly candle, have the bottom wick. Again, I was telling you guys for the longest, we need to come down to this support area. We need to retest this, form a double bottom down here, man. This is where you have significant amount of buy orders all the way down here at this level. Look at this from here now. Once you start to obviously collect all of these buy orders, look what happens, right? Either this is going to become your rejection area, but when you start clearing this area, guess what's going to happen? You're going to start coming all the way up. This is when, look at that, rejection all the way up to this level. Then this becomes your retest candle and all the way up. And as soon as we start to tap 1835, we have cleared this consolidation as well. And this is so doable now, all the way up to this resistance level. Look at the previous monthly candle as well. Literally, if it wants to have a wick fill, it's gonna go all the way up to like 1872. Realistically, I'm not expecting a wick fill, but I am expecting this resistance area here to get tapped. So even 1815 is really doable on gold now, guys. Really doable, honestly. We can see that happening. Look at this again, just such a beast of a move to the top side. This was your first attempt now to kind of like push down again, a lot of buy orders just being executed because you're tapping 75, such a key area. And then from there again, a massive push to the next zone now. So again, we do understand that these zones that we are approaching usually do turn into those rejection zones, and this is the top side of the consolidation. We haven't broken out of the consolidation just yet. This was your liquidity move, but we are still trading within the consolidation. So again, you know, we are very optimistic. We understand that now, you know, gold has what it takes to break out of the consolidation. Again, we're going to react to the market. We're not going to predict the market. So unless obviously we start breaking out of it, we haven't broken out of it, if that makes sense, right? But now what we can do is we can start to see how is price reacting to these zones. If we start to see again massive rejections and we start trading below 85, at that point I think we can start to see corrections today on the intraday time frame. Otherwise, it's going to be gold on steroids. As soon as we get in unemployment claims, gold's going to be on steroids all the way to the top side. All the way to the top side. We're going to see that most definitely. And that's going to be such an exciting move to capitalize on. Yeah. Let's go back to weekly once again. Wow, just look at this candle, man. Honestly, the previous weekly candle was all the way up here as well. You guys got to keep that in your mind. All the way up here. Look at that momentum starting to kick into the downside now at this point now. This is your 15-minute candle. It does not even have a bottom wick at this point. We've closed above this resistance now. So technically, this becomes your pullback. This should be a pullback now because you are obviously seeing a lot of sell orders being executed here. Why? Because you are in a consolidation. This is when usually people see, you know, obviously every time prices approach this level now, you've had a lot of momentum kick into the downside now. So this gives us a lot of confidence that, okay, when price does approach this level, we're gonna start shooting all the way down. So people are gonna, you know, you're gonna see a lot of sell orders being executed here now. But again, technically, if you understand the structure, what you do know is that, yeah, because the orders are being executed, you're gonna start to see some momentum to the downside. But the momentum should not be so aggressive that it starts to violate the structure lows. It should just be a, you know, pullback. It should just be sustainable pullback, sustainable price action, so we can start taking it all the way to the top side. So now at this point, we've broken above this resistance level as well. The support is all the way down here. So this is where from this level, momentum to the top side kicked in. So again, we understand, look, this was the first leg up. This became your pullback. This is now the second leg back up. So again, we're expecting a pullback for the third leg back up. So now if we can see the third leg back up during our session, that will be amazing. And third leg back up can be obviously up. First target will be 79.1. Obviously we have to keep that in our mind. We can't just ignore this level. Is a key level on the intraday time frame. We are within consolidation, but the main TP will be 17.93 if the buys do play out. Otherwise, again, we're fluid in the market. We can also see sells playing out as well. But for sells, I would want to see at least violation of this though. I would want to see violation of 1782. From there, yeah, I would definitely want to see violation of 1782 and 1781 being turned into some sort of resistance level, this level here. And then from here, we can start to see sales playing out. Until then, I'll just be waiting for those aggressive pullbacks because I am willing to miss out on 60, 70 pips in order to capitalize on 100 pips today, because I can realistically see that happening. We can see 100 pips either to the top side or the downside. So I'm going to just wait for that move, the actual move. We've got another 7 minutes left as well for the NY Open. Not the NY Open for our session. NY Opens at 1 o'clock, so another half an hour. And let's see what happens. Let's really see what happens. Look at the 4-hour time frame at this point as well. 4-hour candle tapping into these areas. We're starting to see some sort of pullbacks now. The 4-hour lows are actually all the way down there. All the way down there. Look at this previous 4-hour candle, did not have a bottom wick. So at this point, this does not become a violation. This just becomes sustainable bottom wick because you're retesting this support area as well. This candle had a lot of momentum that it failed to do that. So this candle had to do it for, the previous candle. So obviously that's what this candle done now, is created that leg back up. Obviously from here, you're expecting pullbacks down to a sustainable area, and then from there you're looking to take it back up again. Look, the resistance level here has been violated. The structure have been violated at this point. Again, you're expecting some sort of pullbacks. So where do we usually see now a lot of buy orders being executed from? This is where you're expecting the pullbacks down to. So from here, look at that. From here, gold does turn into a rocket ship of a candle and forms new highs. So I'll definitely keep this area here in my mind as well. Got to keep this area marked. You guys can see double top here, actually double bottom, not double top, apologies, double bottom down to this level now. So this is significant area now, and this is only roughly about 49 pips away as well. So as I said, buys make a lot of sense. We do understand sustainable price action, that correction is required, but guys, right now gold is on steroids, man, after grabbing all of that liquidity. So I'll be really cautious, just looking for, you know, bias. But look, this does align with the sell set we're looking for anyway, right? Look, yeah, we're looking for sell set from 1781, and even on the daily time frame, it makes sense. So yeah, below this, sells do make a lot of sense. If we do start trading below 1781, kind of like start turning 1780 into some sort of resistance, then I can see the sells playing out. Until then, it's just bias for me. Like, that's all it is for me. I'm gonna put a rectangle here just to make it more precise. Look at that. Yeah, so below this, I'll be looking for sells now. Below this level. Until then, I'm a big fan of buys. I think we're just experiencing some sort of pullback now. And hopefully another 4 minutes we can start to push back up. I want to just make sure my magic keys is on as well. There we go. We're set to go. All good to go, guys. Everything's set up now. Everything is set up. All good to go. All good to go. Let's look at the 4 hour once again. Looking to the left. Look at that. Don't want to ignore this level. Usually, look, starting to play out, same thing. Retest of this level, around this level, from here pull back down to this level, and aggressive push to the top side. Look at this. We can start to imitate this now, because we are going to technically start our uptrend once again. So I don't want to miss this here. We can start to imitate this whole move to the top side. It might not be as aggressive as that. Obviously we are in December, but we can see something similar. So I don't want to ignore these levels over here. Most definitely do not want to ignore these levels down here. Yeah, if we can start to see a lot of momentum kick into the top side from these levels, that would be lovely. Let's look at the 30-minute time frame as well at this point. Okay, but I'll definitely wait for those pullbacks though, in order to capitalize on a buy position. Because I don't want to buy gold when it's too high. It doesn't make sense for you to buy gold, even if I feel like, you know, it's gonna turn into a rocket ship and it's gonna break out of everything. I still want to put myself in the best place possible, because again, we're just like reacting to the markets. We're not predicting yet. I'm optimistic, but I'm still not gonna predict. If it goes all the way up here and I take a position, if I can get a nice stop loss, maybe 10 pips, then yeah, it makes sense. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. If my stop loss is 21 pips and literally the next rejection zone is only about 20 pips away, that don't make sense whatsoever. So again, we'll see what sort of momentum we get. But look at this now. It's attempting to potentially form the next leg back up now. Look, again, another attempt to break down. And look at this, the way it's respecting our zone as well. Literally to the T. The way it's respecting our zone, literally to the T. Beautiful. That's beautiful. Okay, got another 2 minutes left now for our session to open. We're gonna see unemployment claims kicking in the next 2 minutes as well. Let's see. So the forecast is 196k. Previous was 184k. So let's just see what happens. It will go up or not. It will go up or not. It will. Guys, why is someone spamming it will go up or not in the YouTube live stream chat? Man, just look at it. Just watch the stream and try and understand what we're talking about. I'm not here to give you signals. But yeah, guys, make sure you do drop a like on the stream though. Our goal is 40 likes. If you guys get me to 40 likes, I'll be a happy man. But there we go, another minute left before our session opens. Going to see a lot of momentum kick in either to the top side or the downside, and we should be able to capitalize on a good position today. Hopefully. That's the plan. If it happens, it happens. Oh, great. Another 20 seconds left to be precise now. Again, forecast is 196k. So if there is a big difference, fluctuations are going to be crazy, insane fluctuations. Do you know what it is? Yeah, I'm actually not concerned about this consolidation on the intraday time frame anymore because of the liquidity we have gotten now. I'm just gonna be looking for those buys. But let's just see what happens though with our session open. Still do want to be obviously sensible. Don't want to be silly. I do understand the bigger picture is giving me a lot of confidence, but I still don't want to be too silly. Do you know what I mean? Still want to be sensible, still want to look for those good positions, because again, yeah, oh man, but the way gold is just approaching these highs, forming highs, pullbacks, highs, man, this is what uptrend is. This is literally what uptrend is. When you're in an uptrend, you just wait for the pullbacks and you buy it. That's what it is, and this makes a lot of sense now. If you guys have all the confluences, we're in an uptrend. There we go, starting to get a nice push up at this point now. There we go, it's coming up to the resistance level at this point. Look, again, coming up. We do understand that this is a rejection zone, that the zone that we are tapping into now at this point now. Look at this 30-minute candle as well. It does not have a bottom wick either. I would like to have a bottom wick, some sort of sustainable bottom wick. Again, we do understand that this is not really a high volatile news event, so you do want to wait for those bottom wicks to be formed. Let's see where it was. What was it? Oh, okay, numbers are actually worse. 206k again. Let's go gold. This is it. This is all gold needs to start pushing up now. Let's go. What was it for the... Yeah, the numbers are actually worse. Amazing. Let's form that bottom wick now. Start coming down to this resistance level. Start turning it into some sort of support, and let's see a violation of these highs to start pushing up to 1791. Can we see that happen? Can we see that happen? Again, we have the bottom wick at this point now. We formed highs on the 30-minute time frame as well. We are coming up to this resistance level that we have formed. Technically, we need to start trading above this in order for this to be the next leg back up. But honestly, the way this is respecting our levels so far is so good. I would like it to come down and potentially even form a double bottom down here with this new 30-minute candle, and then from there start to push up. That'll be like this sweet spot in my opinion. But from here, honestly, start to see some sort of momentum candle. I'm just gonna look to scale in on a buy position here. Because as I said, gold should be on steroids now. The amount of liquidity that we do have in the market, really optimistic about this buy position here if it plays out. But again, we're fluid in the market, so that's the best thing about our strategy, right? We don't marry a bias. Yeah, there are obviously, I usually sometimes do prefer a buy position, but again, we don't marry a bias. We are open to sells as well as bias. With sells, we're just gonna have to wait for those extra bit of confirmations, right? But look at this again, just starting to push up at this point now. This candle is becoming a beast. We just need some more momentum to kick in. Hopefully in the next 3 minutes, the new 5-minute open can give us some sort of momentum. Let's look at the 4-hour once again. Just tapping into this resistance. Look, you've tapped into it. The pullbacks were not insane. You got a little bit of a pullback, formed the leg down. It wasn't any sort of like, you know, massive rejection. And now you start to clear these highs. Technically, the next highs are all the way up to 1791. So I'm really looking at the structure on the lower time frame as well to see if we can capitalize on a buy position from here. And I'm looking to see if I can get tiny stop loss as well. Maybe like 10 pips, if that's possible. But at the moment, we're not seeing momentum. We are not seeing momentum at the moment. I want to see some momentum kick in. Potentially could come down a little bit, as I said, to form that bottom wick. That would be lovely. So I would like it to come down actually a little bit. If we can form a double bottom down here where the structural lows are, like this key area that we do have marked, and then from there a massive engulfing bullish candle, that would be amazing. That would be beautiful. That would be the setup to take this all the way to the top side. Okay, again, it's just reacting around this level at the moment. We're not seeing anything, no sort of clear direction in the markets right now, just reacting. So we have to wait for the momentum to kick in. Potentially can kick in the next minute. At the moment, yeah, I am expecting some sort of a bottom wick as well, but I am open to momentum to the top side to kick in now as well. I'm open to anything right now. But yeah, it will be better if we can start forming some sort of a bottom wick now and maybe catch it from down here, even from down like 1785, because right now, look at the previous candle, some sort of correction is required, and from there if we can start taking up, that would be beautiful. But I think we can see a drop for now. So I might even look to execute on a sell position from up there if we start to see, you know, us trade here for a little bit and, you know, massive rejections from up there. But it can work out. Even a sell position from up here can work out. But again, as I said, right now I'm not interested in that. First I want to see the pullbacks after sell positions. Do you know what it is? The way this candle is printing as well, man, I can really see us starting to drop now a little bit, and then from there massive momentum to the top side. Look at that, this is becoming your pullback now, as soon as you got a bearish candle, look at this, the next one's coming up now, forming the upper wick. As soon as it starts breaking below this, you're going to start breaking the structure lows. Forming low lows, low highs, still trading below the rejection area. You have your pullback now. You start to violate these structure lows. At that point, the pullback is going to be really, really aggressive. You got to understand that you're forming low lows and low highs at this point now, because we are again tapping into that rejection zone, right? You got to keep that in your mind. Got to be fluid in the markets. So again, as I said, looking for buys from up here, but yeah, we're looking to see how sells can play out as well from up here. Because again, if we can capitalize on a sell position from all the way up here, look at your daily candle, look how much it's pushed up now. It's within this consolidation, still haven't broken out of the consolidation. So we still got to treat it like, you know, a consolidation. As I said, we are optimistic, but still got to treat it as a consolidation because we are just reacting to the markets. We're not predicting. So I'm really, really fluid in the markets. I know yesterday I saw some comments like, yo bro, you switch your bias every 5 seconds. Guys, the way I trade is really intense. Like, yeah, I will switch my bias every second if I have to. That's what keeps me profitable, not marrying a bias. So trust me, if this is not your style of trading, I recommend you go find a style that's more relevant or more like kind of like, you know, suits your personality. This suits my personality. I'm very quick. I like to see, you know, details every new second. I'm getting new information, so I'm looking to switch bias every second. So if this is too intense for you, I recommend you go look at something that's a little bit less intense. Maybe someone that trades on like, you know, 4-hour time frame or 30-minute time frame. This is very intense. We're willing to switch every second if we see new confirmations. That's how our trading is done, and that should not, you know, that shouldn't be a reason for you guys to kind of like hate on us. It's just how we trade, man. Everyone trades in their own way. Trading is such a personal thing. Such a personal thing. So look at this now, still pushing down at this point, at the moment. I want to see how we react around this level. That's what I want to see, around this level, how we start to react. Look at your 4-hour time frame, starting to reject as well from the top side as well. It really depends at this point now where the momentum is, because right now, again, the way these bearish candles are printing, they are really tiny candles. Really tiny candles. You haven't seen like one massive bearish candle kind of like engulfing everything to the left. So technically this becomes your pullback now, and if we start to see a massive bullish candle now engulfs everything to the left, that would be the one to take it to the top side basically. There we go. Look at this candle here. There we go. We're starting to see some momentum kick into the top side now. Kind of did want to see how we react around this level. Let's just see now. I'm going to turn my magic keys on as well. Looking to see. We've got another 2 minutes left as well for the new 5-minute. So, man, should start seeing some momentum now, honestly. Still respecting these lows. So far, so good. We start breaking above 1788.00. We're going to see a nice push up to the resistance level, at least up to the resistance level. Let's see if we can start breaking above this level. Again, look. This is where you see selling momentum kick in from. So now if you start to break this, you're looking to see why are we doing that. And we start turning this area into some sort of support with the new 5-minute open, a nice bullish candle. We're going to start breaking out of this consolidation, hopefully. Start breaking out of the top, and this is going to be the leg back up now. This becomes your pullback on the 30 minutes time frame at this point. But now you want to see a momentum candle. That's what I want to see. And then I'm going to look to execute in a position. This is it. Another minute left for the new 5-minute to open. Right now, you're just seeing really tiny candles. Really tiny candles. I'm going to see a momentum candle. Nice bottom wick on the 30-minute candle as well at this point now. Starting to reject this resistance level. We are in an uptrend at this point. We understand that. You know, so again, let's just see. Obviously a nice engulfing bullish candle at this point, just like, you know, to take it all the way to the top side. That's what I'm interested in. If we can start clearing this and start trading above this, this might just be it, guys. This might just be it. Okay, at the moment we are seeing some sort of rejections from here, so I really do want to see how this area holds. If you can start turning this area into some sort of support, start trading above this area, because again, either we're going to start seeing some more sell orders being executed here and start driving price all the way down to violate the structure lows, or we're going to start trading above this now, and then at that point our bottom wick is done. So we're going to have to wait and see. This is it. This is a new 5-minute open out. Hopefully with this we can see some more momentum kick in. Again, turning some sort of double top up here, coming down to the structure lows. or are we going to start breaking up? What are we going to see now? This is it. Momentum to the downside is kicking in once again. We're forming lower lows, lower highs, start to break below these structural lows. We're tapping or starting to approach this area where, you know, we are expecting buys to play out from this area, right? A lot of momentum to the downside kicking in now at this point. Honestly, if I see a lot of momentum start to kick in, we start holding this level, might even look for a sell position from up here now, forming a double top here as well, breaking the structural lows, start trading below this, and start clearing this level. At that point, I'm not expecting any sort of correction to the top side. I'm expecting that correction to the downside to work out. Look, this is when you have momentum now, and this is your new 5-minute open. Look, momentum is to the downside. That's just suggesting us that, cool, right now the sells want to play out. So let's see, either the next candle is going to start faking it out now. We're going to see more momentum kick into the downside. It's tapping the resistance level at this point now, retesting it. Let's see if that level holds. We're going to start to engulf everything to the left now, and this bearish candle is going to get faked out. Look at this again, respecting the structure. Everything's good. Engulfing bearish candle, and we're tapping into the zone now. We are expecting pullbacks from this zone all the way to the top side. Again, we do understand that right now there is some sort of imbalance in the markets as well, so pullbacks can be really aggressive. So I'm not going to marry up bias of just looking for buys as well. From down here, you can really see sales playing out. There we go. It's attempting to break up now. Attempting to break up. Another 3 minutes left as well. Another 4 minutes left now. For the new 15-minute to open. This is it. This becomes your pullback candle. We start breaking below this. I think we can start seeing some momentum kick into the downside. At that point, at least some sort of correction. Again, I'm looking to see if I can capitalize on any sort of position over here now. We've formed a double top here now. We're forming lower lows, violating the structure lows at this point as well. We got clean range at least down to this level now. And we are expecting a massive pullback right now. So even the pullback can give us that 1-to-1. So if I can kind of get a bit nice stop loss here, might look to execute on a sell position. Depends what sort of momentum I get to the downside. Right now, as I said, gold is in an uptrend, so it becomes really tricky to take a sell position in something like this, because it might just push down to this level and a nice engulfing bullish candle. We will start to print out. Okay, another 3 minutes left. I really want to see what the next 3 minutes does. That's what I want to see. I think with that we can see some momentum kick in. There we go. That's the engulfing bullish candle starting to print out once again. We start breaking above these structure highs. We are Gucci now. We are Gucci. We start trading above this. This is becoming your pullback now. Do you know what, guys? I might be looking to take a position here now. Honestly, if it starts breaking up once again, might be looking to take a position here to the top side. Let's just see how it holds. Honestly, I want to see how this candle holds now. It's formed highs. I want to see how this closes as well, because right now it's tapping the resistance level to potentially push down, right? But if we start clearing this now, this technically is your pullback done. I'm going to see if I can start to take something here. Right now, still waiting. Got 2 minutes left as well for the new 15-minute to open. So with that, hopefully we can see something, because it's going to form the bottom wick as well as the upper wick. So with the new 15-minute open, I'm looking to see what happens. You got to understand, we are looking for positions within our session as well. So yeah, whatever shows up first, I'll be interested in taking it. Right now, the momentum to the downside is really weak. Really weak. Struggling to still break out of this. Again, these are becoming your pullbacks, right? So again, if you see another bearish candle engulfing everything to the left, we're just forming lower lows and lower highs. This is just becoming a pullback. Look, you're forming a double top here, lower low, lower high. You start breaking below this, you're seeing another push to the downside. So maybe with the next 15 minutes, if the momentum still is to the downside, sell position might be coming up as well. Just have to wait for another minute now and see what sort of upper wick we get with the new 15-minute open. Our session opened here now. This is when our session opened. We've pushed down about 30 pips. That's all we've done now. Our session opened and we've only pushed down about 30 pips. So this is just a correction, honestly. There we go. New candle open is trying to form the upper wick now on the 15-minute time frame. We're gonna let it form a bottom wick as well first, and then after that, let's see how it plays out. Look at this candle, quite bearish. The previous 15-minute candle, quite bearish. A lot of mess to the left as well. Usually from here, you see a lot of rejections to the top side. There we go. Do you know what, this candle, the way this candle is starting to print out now? There we go. This is the bottom wick done at this point now. Look, at this point, we have the bottom wick now. We're seeing massive rejections to the top side. Now it has no business breaking below these lows once again. So if we start to clear these lows and start to see a lot of momentum kick into the downside, start trading below this area, sells will play out. At this point, you should start seeing momentum push to the top side. You should start breaking above this upper wick that it has formed and start trading above 1786. That's what I'm looking to see, if we can start trading above 1786. And this might just be it now. Okay. Do you know where it is, guys? I might be looking for a position here now, honestly. Really want to see how it reacts around 86.848 first. I want to see how it reacts around this level. 86.848. I'm gonna mark down my MetaTrader 4 as well. Yeah, 1786.76 is the level for me on my MetaTrader 4. But if we do start clearing this now once again, the correction is going to be a little bit bigger to the downside, pretty much. That's how simple it is, because at that point you're just respecting this, turning this into some sort of resistance. So you do really want to see this area now being turned into some sort of support. Look at the bigger picture again. It's literally just forming a bottom wick, from here you do, so usually the buy orders, they get executed from like down here as well, where the previous 30-minute lows are as well. Look at this now, starting to break up again, 1786.76. If we start trading above this, I'm going to look for a buy position. I see a lot of momentum kicking as well to the top side now. 1786.76, trading above it, still trading above it. This candle is trying to push up at this point now. Just want to see some more momentum kick in, because right now it's struggling to push up. And I want to see how the next one opens as well. Do you know what? I'm starting to like this, guys. I'm starting to like this to the top side now, honestly. But I want to see how the next one opens. I might be looking for a position here soon. Okay. Do you know what? If it starts pushing up one more time, if it starts breaking above these highs again, I'm going to take this position to the top side. If we start clearing, let me mark this level. If we start clearing 1787.75, I'm in this position. It's going to become... Do you know what? I'm in this, guys. I'm in this position now. To the top side. Been waiting for this. I'm in this. Gonna put my stop loss below this, because it has no business breaking below this now. Look at this, rejecting. We've been waiting for a pullback. We are in uptrend. And as soon as we start tapping the top side of the resistance, I'm going to take out my position anyway up here. So let's see how it plays out. It can still easily wake me up, but again, high probability trade. We waited for this, and look, we're starting to trade above this. You want to see price starting to close above this. You're clearing the structure highs now. The probability is on our side. Let's just see how it plays out. This is when, if it wants to go up, it will go up. I'll show you guys my MetaTrader 4 as well. Just give me a second. Let me just mark out my pullback zones. So if I do see pullbacks, I know I'm expecting them. So 1788.77 is a pullback zone for us. From there we get pullbacks, and let's see now. This is it. This is my position. Partial TP is up here. First partial TP. Stop loss down there. First pullback zone is 1788.77. Right now can see momentum kick into the downside as well. Most definitely can see that. But we start clearing this level here now, 1788.77. Obviously we're approaching this next level there, and 7 pips up at this point, guys. 7 pips up. I'm going to start marking out all my levels. From here, still can see momentum to the downside kick in, but we should not be breaking below these lows. If we do break below these lows, I'm going to take out my position. That's why I put my stop loss really, really tight. It's only about 21 pips. So my 1-to-1 is about 21 pips as well from here. We waited for this. Now we just need some more momentum to kick in, and we should be good to go up. Again, we are in an uptrend. We understand the bigger picture. We're clearing the highs as well at this point. Now we're breaking above the structure. Man, that's the probability to the top side, waiting for the pullback. Oh, what did I do? Oh, what did I do? Oh, snap. Yeah, I just moved my stop loss by accident. There we go. There we go. 10 pips up at this point. 10 pips up at this point. We're tapping the pullback area. So from here, you're expecting pullbacks. Again, look, tapped into the pullback area. From here, as long as it doesn't break below the structure lows, you're good. You're good. Because from here, you're expecting pullbacks. Next pullback zone is up here as well. And after that, honestly, we start clearing this level, we start tapping into this level, 1789.57. If we can get up to that level, I'm going to make it risk free. At that point, I'm looking to make it risk free. Until then, experiencing pullbacks. Look, this is your pullback now, 1788.77. Right now, we're still not seeing any sort of crazy candles. Momentum is to the top side, so we can still see some sort of like, you know, tiny bearish candles, because as I said, like, you know, this is December, you're gonna see a lot of pullbacks. But if I see one massive bearish candle kind of like breaking off all lows, at that point I'll be concerned. Until then, it's just a pullback. So look at that, 1788.77 about to get retested again. After that, we got 1789.09 being tapped. That's the next resistance level. From there, we can expect some sort of pullback. Look at that, again tapping this level here now. Some sort of rejection from there. We need to start clearing this and start forming a new high. We need to start clearing this level, 1788.77. 1788.77 needs to get cleared. We need to form another high, 1789.09 should start getting tapped. From there, we can expect a pullback, but we start clearing that, will come in all the way up to 1789.57, and I'm going to make this risk free. We're up more than 10 pips up at this point, guys. More than 10 pips up at this point. More than 10 pips up. So now at this point, if we start going back into drawdown, I'm going to look to take off some of the risk. But again, we're tapping into that next sort of pullback area as well, which is expected. We're going to potentially form a new leg up now. It's going to take its time. Maybe the next 4 hour can do it. But you're not expecting these lows over here to be violated, the structure lows. When we start clearing 1789.09 and start tapping into 1789.57, I'm going to make this risk free. Until then, you got to give your trade rooms to breathe. Until your TP gets hit is not a winning trade. That's just part of the game, right? That's part of the game. You should, there we go, again, attempting to form new highs. There we go, 1789.09 has been tapped, expecting another pullback now. As long as we don't start trading below 86.76, I think we should be good to go. But right now, it's just moving really slow. The price action is really choppy. So let's just see what happens. Again, tapped into that pullback area, so we are expecting pullbacks, but it should not be so aggressive that, you know, it starts to kind of like, you know, engulf everything to the left, because we are expecting new highs to be formed. If the new highs are not going to be formed and we start to engulf everything to the left, then potentially we're going to form new lows, right? At that point, I'm going to look to manage risk. But right now, this is just that pullback area. As I said, as soon as we start clearing this, now start tapping into 1789.57. That's the next sort of rejection area, and that's very close to my TP, and I'm going to make a risk free. Until then, I'm willing to accept a full loss on this trade, because that's just part of the game. Look at this now, momentum to the downside is starting to kick in. At this point, again, this is just a pullback unless you start to violate the structural lows. At that point, look, you're forming low lows, low highs, it wants to push down. So let's just see what happens. I'm going to let this trade play out, and my TP should be about, stop loss should be about 20. Yeah, it should be down here a little bit, giving it a little bit more room to breathe. Let's see now. Another 2 minutes left for the new 5 minute to open. With that, let's see if we can start forming new highs. At the moment, we are literally forming higher highs and higher lows. So I'm not concerned whatsoever. Unless we start breaking below these structure lows, I'm not concerned whatsoever. You are going to see pullbacks, especially during this month. That's just part of the game. Especially if you get something like this sort of entry, you will be in drawdown for a little bit. That's just part of the game. That's just how it works. That's the name of the game. So drawdowns are not scary to me whatsoever. Just going to let this play out at this point now. Look at that, nice pullback. And as soon as we start trading above 1789.09 now, again, we're forming a new high, pullback highs. So either we're going to start tapping into the resistance and start breaking below this and start forming a new low, or guess what, this just becomes a pullback and you're going to start breaking above this to form a new high. And at that point, you're coming to the top side of the resistance, top side of the consolidation, the range, and then that's going to take on my 90%, and rest I'm just going to let it run, let it do whatever it does, right? So let's see now, we just need a little bit more momentum to kick in. Hopefully in the next minute we can see some more momentum kick in, because that's going to be your new 5 minute open. So let's see what happens. But make sure, guys, you guys are like, not financial advice, but make sure you guys have secured profits and made it risk free. I have a buffer. I'm up a lot more than you know, what my target is. I'm way past my target, so I'm willing to kind of like, you know, risk a whole % on this trade. either secure my 1-to-1 or just let my stop loss get hit. But as I said, if it goes up to 89.57, I'll make it risk free. Until then, I'm just going to let it do its thing. This is the new 5-minute open now. It starts clearing 1789.09. At that point, you're expecting rejections from 1789.57, but at that point, I'm going to make it risk free. So there we go. Tapping 1789.09, we start clearing this. We're coming up to 1789.57. At that point, I'll make this trade risk free. We're up more than 13 pips at this point. There we go. This is it. Start turning this area into some sort of support now, and you want to see a nice push up to 1789.57. 1789.57 has been tapped. This is a risk free trade at this point, guys. I cannot take a loss on this trade. I cannot take a loss on this trade more than 15 pips up, and we start clearing this level. We're going straight to the TP. So at this point, the worst that can happen is I can get stopped out at break even, but that's again part of the game. I am expecting pullbacks from this area, but it should not be so aggressive that it just it starts to break below these lows. If it does, it's going to stop me out at break even. That's again part of the game, right? It is what it is. At this point, I'm not taking a loss because of risk management. That's what it is. But as I said, you guys should be managing your risk. You should be securing profits, because very easily I can get stopped out at break even now. But again, as I said, if it taps into that area, I'm going to make it risk free, and that's what it is. It is what it is. Because again, if it starts breaking below this now, you're going to see some sort of a pullback, especially the new 4 hour is coming up in the next 4 minutes as well. So I really don't want to be in this position before the new 4 hour open. I want my TP to get hit, and I don't want to be in a drawdown with the new 4 hour open. And right now, the way this candle is rejecting as well, now this candle should not be breaking below these lows over here. Basically, if I show you these lows here, right, should not be breaking below these lows over here. It should be respecting these lows, and it should be pushing up from here now, if that makes sense. As soon as we start clearing this is again just a pullback, because we are expecting a lot of pullbacks. And as I said, if you don't start to, what can happen now is I can very easily get rigged out, really easily get rigged out if we don't start breaking above now. I can really easily get rigged out, especially with the new 4 hour approaching, but that's going to give me another opportunity to scale in. But I think now 80% chance that I'm going to probably end up getting stopped out on this trade if we don't start breaking above this now. With the new 4 hour just like 3 minutes away, if we don't start breaking above now and my TP doesn't get hit before the new 4 hour open, there's an 80% chance that I can get wicked up, because again, you got to understand 4 hour needs to form those bottom wicks as well as the upper wicks, right? But now look, it was literally like I think a couple pips away from my TP. It doesn't make sense for me to still be in a drawdown. Most of the profits should be secured up there. It should be a break-even trade, and yeah, as I said, I have a buffer, so I'm willing to kind of like hold it until my TP gets hit, right? That's part of trading as well. You don't take our early profits, but there you go, still chilling at 10 pips profits, guys. This is your pullback now. Again, we start clearing this wick higher, we're going up to the next wick higher. So simple. Just need some momentum to kick in, honestly. And so another 3 minutes, potentially the momentum can kick in. There we go. Now we're going all the way back up to 1789.57. As soon as we clear 1789.57, we're going to go straight to the TP basically. Until then, if we start breaking below this, I will most probably get wicked up. But this is your pullback now, next leg down to form the next leg back up. As I said, you're going to see a lot of pullbacks during this month, right? A lot of pullbacks. And there we go. This should go straight to the TP now. As soon as we start to clear this, well, we should go straight to the TP. So as soon as we start clearing 1789.57, we should go straight to the TP. Otherwise, this is going to turn into some sort of double top and start rejecting down. Let's see what happens, man. Let's see what happens. Sitting at more than 12 pips right now. As I said, most of the profits should be secured. Another 2 minutes left as well for the new 4 hour open. It's starting to look like a double top here as well. So yeah, let's just see what happens. Again, just needs that little bit of volume to kick in to just go all the way to the top side. It's just lacking volume. That's all it is, honestly. It's lacking volume. And that's literally all it is. And it's forming this double top here now, collecting some more orders and just struggling to break up. It's just another minute left for the new 4 hour to open as well. Let's see. Can we get the TP before the new 4 hour open? Because honestly, like realistically, with the new 4 hour open, I will get wicked out. It's just so simple. I will get wicked out. Yeah, I can secure some profits now, but as I said, I have a lot of profits. I'm up a lot this week anyway, so I'd rather just let my whole TP get here. Let's see what the next 4 hour does though. If we can start just pushing up now, potentially with the 4 hour, I might survive the wick. I might be able to survive the wick. It really depends, man. Another 20 seconds left. Can we get the TP before the new 4 hour open? That would be like amazing, honestly. There we go, guys. Still attempting to push up, still trading above the levels, still looking good, forming higher highs, higher lows. It just needs that little bit more momentum to kick in. There we go, the new 4-hour open, the new 4-hour open. Can we start forming the upper wick first and start clearing these highs? There we go. Is the TP coming with the new 4-hour open, guys? Is the TP coming with the new 4-hour open? Is the TP coming? There we go. We're about to break to the top side. As soon as we start breaking, is the TP coming, or are we going to start? You know what? I'm going to close some profits here. Just be safe now. It is what it is. I've secured some profits at this point, because now if it wants to form the bottom wick, it will stop me out basically. But now, there we go. I've secured some profits with the new 4-hour open up there. So let's see what happens. Oh, there we go. The TP is coming, guys, at this point now. The bottom wick is done. The upper wick is done. As soon as we start clearing this upper wick, it's going to start pushing up, man. It's going to start pushing up. I'm going to take on my TP and I'm going to just let this ride. There we go. The initial TP would have been hit, guys. This is a winning trade at this point, man. But I've taken on my partial TP because I secured 50%. I'm going to let another 50% just run now. Let's see what we can do with the next 50%. Because again, let's look at the targets. As I said, next target is 1791. 1791, that's the next target for me. So let's see if we can start getting up to 1791. 1791 is next target. We've secured some profits now. And rest, I'm just going to let it run, honestly. 1791, I'm going to just mark that for me. 1791.63. But that's a winning trade, guys. That's a winning trade. That's a winning trade. 1791.63. Wow, amazing. At this point, even we start trading above this, man, we start clearing these highs. I don't even think we're going to come down anymore. It's going to be such a rocket ship because it's just struggling to break down at the moment. That's how much, you know, how many buy orders we have. This would have gone straight past my partial TP as well at this point. And yeah, let's just see what happens. I just want to see how much I've secured. Yeah, my MetaTrader 4 is not even working right now. Let me see if we can kind of see how much I've secured on here. Okay, that's the terminal. Just so I can secure 1%. Okay. Wait, hold on a second. Trade. Okay, cool. We got 300 running on this. How much did we secure though? Where is the history? Where's the history? Account history. Okay, the account history, we secured about $300. So I need to pretty much secure about another $800 and I'm a happy man. Can we get $800 on this trade? I didn't get to secure a lot on this trade, unfortunately. Yeah, it is what it is. Part of the game. Part of the game. So I got about $200 running now. $800, it'll be good. That's my 1% right here. Above, just like literally, I'm gonna let this run up to like 1791. From there, you're gonna probably see more pullbacks now. So $300 running at this trade now. $800, that's my target on this trade, and that's below 1791 as well, so it should be good to go. So this account in 3 days, guys, will up more than 3-4 trading days will up more than 3%. It's a 100k account now. Need to do 8% on this. So let's just see what happens. Let's see. There you go. It's running. Let's just let it run. But make sure you guys do drop a like. Why the other guy Paul so silent? Hello, Paul. Paul, they want you to say something, man. Why are you so silent? Maybe in the next 2 minutes we can see some more momentum kick in. Paul, guys, Paul is focusing on trading. We're traders. We're not here to talk. We're here to trade. Our main focus is trading. We are real traders. We do this for a living. So our main focus is trading. Always. Always is. There we go. Still forming higher highs, higher lows. We start clearing 1790.07. Can see that nice push. Main TP will be about, yeah, 40 pips. There we go, $400 at this point now. I just want $800 and I'm a happy man on this trade. There we go, $400 profits running right now. Start breaking out of this consolidation. We're going to see aggressive push to the top side. Aggressive push to the top side. Aggressive push to the top side. Otherwise, it's gonna come down to form the bottom wick first and then start pushing up after. That's what it's gonna do basically. Again, right now I think opportunity will come into the markets because right now it's just struggling to break up at this point now. From here, you can potentially see a lot of momentum kick into the downside as well, because look at your 4 hour now. Your 4 hour needs to come down to form maybe a bigger bottom wick, potentially, and then start pushing up. It can happen. It can happen, for sure. Yeah, it's starting to push down at this point now. Might just wake me out, honestly, because my stop loss is at break even. But as soon as we start clearing these highs, I'm not expecting it to come down anymore. Until then, it can come down. It can come down. And my thing, how much is that? Yeah, I can afford to do that. Just kind of like, because from here I'm expecting a pullback, and yeah, that's only like $50, so nothing whatsoever. We're just gonna put it there. Let's go gold. Let's run up. Let's run up. Let's run up. Either that or again wicked out at break even. Basically, this is pretty much break even. I've just moved it a little bit because from here we can see a rejection to the top side as well. This can be that pullback zone, double bottom being formed here. So yeah, there we go. Some momentum kicking in now. This might just be that rocket ship of a candle all the way to the top side. Can we see rocket ship of a candle all the way to the top side at this point? We've secured profits. It is a risk-free trade at this point. We need to start clearing above this area, man. 1789.72. At that point, we're forming a new high. 1789.72 should be cleared, and then 1790.07 should be the next rejection zone. Let's kind of just zoom out quickly though. Yeah, I think after that we got some clean traffic to the top side. Yeah, got real clean traffic after that. Yeah, so in order for us to in order for me to have a lot of confidence in this trade, we need to start clearing above 1789.72. 1789.72. At that point, we're forming a new high. We're forming that next leg up, and we're still just forming higher highs, higher lows. And then technically, as soon as we start breaking out of 1790.07, you're breaking out of the structure highs, you're forming new highs, and then you're going to see a really aggressive push to the top side, especially with this being the new forward open. Is going to start pushing up. There we go. Nice. There we go. 1789.72 is being approached once again. We start clearing this. 1790.07 is the next target. We start pushing up above that. We're gonna see an aggressive push to the top side. There we go, guys. Attempting to break above 1789.72. Let's see if we can start clearing that. We start clearing that. 1790.07 is the next target. As soon as we start breaking above it, we're gonna go straight up. There we go, guys. Nice. Drop a like on the YouTube live stream. Look at that push to the top side, guys. Look at this. Aggressive push to the top side. Wow. This is gonna skyrocket now, at least up to 1791.61. But again, it's formed a new high, so you can expect a new low as well. Very simple, right? But look at this now. Look at this beast. Wow. Amazing push to the top side. $600 up on this trade now. Wow. Nice. Do you know, if we start trading below 1790.07, I'm going to take out a little bit more profits. Otherwise, I'm going to let it go straight to my TP. So it just needs to give me $800 and I'm happy for the day. Okay, let's see if it starts breaking above now, starts breaking the highs. We're going to go straight up. This should be that rocket ship of a candle. There we go. Attempting to break up. Might secure some more profits here. Do you know what? We're going to secure some more profits here now. So how much have I secured for the day at this point? I want to move the TP up at this point as well. So yeah, let's see now. There we go, guys. Again, retest. As soon as it starts breaking above this, we're going to go up once again. How much have I secured for the day now? Let me just quickly check. Man, I don't know how to use this MetaTrader 4, honestly. I don't use this. But more than 20 pips up, guys. Make sure you drop a like. Account history. Okay. So I've secured about, how much did I secure so far? $300, $500. So yeah, roughly, if the TP gets hit, I'll make my 1%. Yeah, that's great. I'll let my TP get hit. Yeah, that's $300, 345. Yeah, if the TP gets hit, I'm off 1%. Amazing. Small position as well, straight to the TP. 1791 is kind of like the first target now. And another minute, you're going to see the new 5-minute open. Oh, there we go. 30 plus pips up. 30 plus pips up at this point, guys. 30 plus pips up. My main TP is coming. 1791 is the main TP. Look at that. This is just pushing up now. Amazing. Nice. Look at that. $400. I just want to see $500 and I'm going to take this trade up. There we go. 30 plus pips up. 30 plus pips up. This is going to go straight past my TP at this point. The way it's just pushing, honestly. Nice. Starting to form new highs as well. Just amazing, man. Amazing. amazing day. So far so great, guys. So far so great. Let's go Goldilocks. Let's give us that last bit of push. Hopefully the next minute can give us that push. This minute candle should have some more momentum, either to the top side or the downside. Demo account LOL. This is actually my Forex Funds 100k account, my friend. That's what this account is. LOL. This is a challenge account, my friend. LOL. How about you trade this account and try and pass this, my friend, and then come back and say LOL. Man, you see what it is? Like, people just need to find a reason to hate. My friend, I've been doing this for a long time. And trust me, for me to be trading this account, I have a goal. We are trying to get as much funding as possible before February. I have big accounts, big accounts. And February is when I'm going to start trading the big accounts, the real accounts, the live capital accounts. Until then, we're just getting funded. It doesn't make sense to risk your money. I have other accounts I'm trading, live capital, but they're not massive accounts. But we're going to be trading millions and millions the next year coming up, my friend. And that's when you can come back on the stream and say LOL. Okay? How about you guys just appreciate the fact that, you know, we're here every day giving you everything with 100% transparency, not chatting shit to you, and just show some love, man. People find the little thing, just a little thing, just a little reason to start hating, man. Guys, this is a funded 100k my Forex Funds account. Look at that. Traders Global Group. Go buy their account and see what you get, and then come back and say LOL.
Hey, that's all right, Brody. When you're doing something right, they gonna hate. That's how you know you got some motion.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't have anything good to say, just don't say anything, man. But if you want to say something bad, at least first understand what you're talking about. At least ask me a question. It's like, DA, why are you trading a demo account? I'll tell you, listen, this is a funded account. That's what they do. They give you a demo account, and then they link the demo accounts with live accounts. That's how it works. At least ask a question before hating, guys. Jeez. Every single day we come here, show you everything with 100% transparency. Now, what else do you guys want? Literally, you guys see every single thing here, not hiding a single thing. That's how transparent we are. Give you every single thing live. Oh, this is a live stream. Jeez, man.
That's that internet shit, bro. That's it. These dudes wouldn't tell you that shit to your face, bro. They're just some goofies.
It is what it is, man. You know what? We're not going to let it affect us. But guys, it's just a little bit, when we're doing this every single day, like on the live stream, like, Forex, the industry this is the worst industry to be in. Like, you're going to see those Forex gurus, like, showing you those profits. I could show you profits on this account. I can be posting these profits. Look at that. I'm up $4,000 in 3 days. I can be showing you accounts from my other profits from my other bigger accounts, but I don't do that. I'm here just for the educational purposes, man. And then you got people hating out of nowhere saying, oh, demo account, this, that. Come on, man. Get a life, bro. Do you not have anything better to do than hate on someone that's doing this with 100% transparency? Come on, man. That's sad. We're going to move the TP up to you. I mean, if I was lying and if I was saying, guys, look at this account. Look what I'm doing. Like, if I'm saying something, then you can say, like, DA, you're lying to us. But when I'm not even saying anything, you're just assuming something is a bit annoying, guys. Brother is amazing trade. I'm 100%. Is FTMO? FTMO's done, guys. FTMO's done now. Is waiting for February. That's when we're gonna go with FTMO once again. But again, it's a big account. As I said, we're trying to get as much funding as possible. My Forex funds, I'm trying to go for at least 400k with my Forex funds. I think they offer up to 300k. I could be wrong. FTMO offers up to 400k. So as I said, like all of these capitals, they're gonna come together to give us like crazy amount of. Like right now, this is December. Next year is coming up. That's when a lot of momentum is gonna kick in. So we're doing this during the month of December, guys. Understand that? That's levels. So yeah, man. But guys, there we go again. As I said, 1791 is the next target. I've secured some more profits, man. And I'm gonna let of this just run all the way up because we start clearing that will come in at least up to the wick, which I did tell you guys about, literally up to 1793. 1793 should be doable today, really achievable target. Just another minute left, and then you got your NYSE coming up as well. And guys, another thing is you guys feel like look at my account history. Look at the account history. Where's the account history? Look at the account history. The only trades I'm taking on the stream are the only trades I'm taking with precision. 1 trade a day, 2 trade a day tops. I'm not taking like a million trades behind the scenes and telling you guys like, look, I'm profitable. No, we are actually profitable. Look at the balance. This account, I started this account 3-4 days ago. I'm up more than 3% right now, almost 4% if this target gets hit. That's averaging 1% a day. Not even with risking, I'm not risking even about 1%, probably risking about less than 1% per trade. Like, this is consistent profits every single day. Like, nobody does this. Like, nobody does this. Like, the only other person I can think about that does this is Raja Banks. The guy's been in this game for a long time. But we don't even get anything out of this. I'm not here selling you my course. I'm not here selling you my signals. This is literally free education. A to Z every single day with 100% transparency. We're trying to build a community here. That's what we're trying to do. That's what the long-term goal is, to realistic way of trading. And everyone can do this. Like, you know, I'm kind of here to tell you guys, look, if I'm, you know, doing all of these funding accounts and getting funded up to like, you know, 500,000, whatever, you know, the number is, sky's the limit. You guys can do this as well. And we're doing this on a live stream. Not a lot of people do this on a live stream. Guess what they do? They will take 1 to 2 big trades with like 2%, 3% risk per trade. And then they'll win the challenge account. And all of a sudden they're like, oh, look at me, I passed in 2-3 days. I'm like, no, I'm going to do in a consistent and sustainable manner, 1% risk per day. That's what we're doing. And look, I'm not in a drawdown. I'm in profits. I just don't brag about it. That's how simple it is. We just don't brag about it. We keep it humble. Doesn't mean that we don't make profits. We make big profits as well. Don't get it twisted. We make a lot of profits. We just don't brag about it. We keep it simple. Our aim is to, like, you know, give you education, is not to show you the fact like, you know, we're making this much money. Come make this money with us. Man, guys, like, sometimes some people, I just don't understand them. Free education, why you gotta come on here and hate? Show some love. Drop a like on the stream, guys. Let's get 40 likes. You know, I wanna get some likes. Let's get 40 likes, guys. That's our goal. Because we haven't even gotten 40 likes on the stream yet. You know, we've been waiting for that. Again, everything working out to the T, guys. This is the new 15-minute open now. Potentially it needs to form the bottom wick, right? And once the bottom wick is formed, it's going to start forming new highs. As I said, like, this is the month of December. It's going to form highs. It's going to have a lot of pullbacks as well. From there, it's going to start forming new highs, right? That's how trading will be done nowadays. So you're not going to see any sort of like crazy aggressive moves unless, like, you know, the fundamental factors are involved. Yeah. Okay. Bro, what's your mentor? Guys, I don't really have any mentors, to be honest. I don't really have any mentors. I'm my own mentors. Markets are my mentors. Losses are the biggest mentors. That's what they are. Like, you know, losses, you learn from your losses, man. That's like, losses are your biggest mentors. When you're like passionate about this and this is like your full-time thing and you're taking a loss, you're gonna put every single thing into that passion to make it become profitable. So my mentor is my, you know, losses. That's what teaches you, the losses. Well, that's how you become consistently profitable as well, by taking losses. That's why, again, we say like losses are just part of the game. At this point, look, it's a break-even trade, guys. This is a new 15-minute open. So again, it's forming a bottom wick. If it starts trading above a 90 level, at that point, you know, with NYSE, you can get that aggressive push straight up. But I've secured most of the profits, as you guys can see. I've just got a tiny position running at this point now. Yeah, so even if you're stopped out, it is what it is. The price action is the key. Yeah, honestly, guys, best thing to do is I stay away from like indicators and everything like that. Just like focus on price action, really. Price action is king. Price action, you understand like the advanced concepts of trading, like, you know, where price is headed, why is price headed that way. And once you understand that, you can really capitalize on this and become really profitable. You know, that's why, you know, I say every single day, like, the thing is with indicators, what happens is, like, you know, your concept of trading is very basic because you're depending on something to give you those signals, right? Whereas with price action, look, all I have is a couple lines on my charts, and everything else is my intellectual property, right? So no one can actually take this away from me. Whereas if I take an indicator away from someone, that's their trading finish. It's done. They can't trade anymore. For me, I can trade. You take this away from me, I can still trade. You know, I don't need these lines. I don't need anything. I just need my brain. It's intellectual property, if that makes sense, right? But guys, let's drop 40 likes. Can we have another trade after this? Most probably you can. Especially NYSE is coming up. You can most definitely have another trade, 100%, if it shows up. Most definitely. Again, this is right now just starting to push down. Look, our targets have been hit for the day. That's my trade taken out now. And so let's do some more analysis. Let's see what we can expect now. Oh, my MetaTrader 4 frozen now. Oh, there we go. It's done. Okay, look at this now. This is literally just, your bottom wick being formed. Again, as I said, guys, the first target was, this level here, 1783. It got hit. And then, obviously our TPs were taken out. Positions were very, very profitable. Really profitable day today. Winning day. So now what can start to happen is, you can even see sells playing out, right? But again, as I said, in order for your sells to play out, what you need to do is, you need to wait for those extra bit of confirmations, right? Price needs to start trading below like 1786, 1785. From there, you need to see a lot of momentum to the downside kick in. If a lot of momentum to the downside starts to kick in, at that point, you can say, okay, cool, we're going to start taking this down now, guys. Until then, this again just becomes your pullback, because right now you're forming higher highs, higher lows. You can't take a sell position unless you're trying to be a cowboy. And if you are trying to be a cowboy in an uptrend, you're going to get taken out most probably. So if you are willing to, obviously risk your money because you've secured a lot of profits for the day, then obviously be my guest. That's you, do your thing. But the best thing to do when you are forming higher highs, higher lows, and you are in such aggressive uptrend sort of structure, is to just wait for those pullbacks and execute on those pullbacks just to take it back up. That's exactly what we are doing over here. You guys saw us, we were holding this position, and it literally went way past our, partial TP, and the next TP got here. It's just been an amazing trade, like played out literally to the T. And now again, look at your intraday time frame. As I said, like, look, you're tapping the top side of the consolidation. See what sort of reaction you get around the top side of the consolidation. Again, either the reaction is going to be really aggressive and is going to tell you, like, the sellers are trying to drive the price down, or the aggressiveness of the, it's not going to be as aggressive, like, the intensity is not going to be as bad. So at that point, you can say, okay, this is just a sustainable pullback, which is part of sustainable price action. Again, you have to understand sustainable price action. How this price action works. I've done one-to-one sessions with a lot of people, and they don't really understand not everyone. Some people, they don't understand what price action is. They understand how to trade zone to zone. So once you really understand how price action works, then you do understand, okay, this is just a pullback. You're looking to take it back up. It becomes very clear. Trading is not easy. It's hard, but it's really simple. If you keep it simple, it becomes really simple. If you make it overcomplicated, it becomes hard. Yo, bro, you're more of a scalper than a swing trader, right? Yeah, I'm not a swing trader, bro. I'm not a swing trader. Swing trading is like holding your trades for days and weeks. I don't swing trade. I turn my scalps into intraday trades, and in my opinion, this is the best way to trade, the simplest way to trade, the easiest way to trade, and not the easiest way. This is very intense and very hard, but for me, this is like the safest way to trade. You're making your trades risk-free so quickly. You're securing your profits for the day, and then your runners can do a lot of damage as well. So let's say my scalp was 10 pips was my stop loss, 10 pips was my initial TP, my partial TP. I take off 50% at 10 pips. I'm putting stop loss at break even, and now if the runner runs up like another 100 pips, that's my scalp position. I just turned it into an intraday trade, so I can make a lot of profits that way, and it can be risk-free really quickly as well, stress-free trading as well, guys. So again, look at your time now, the session. You got another 7 minutes left to be precise, and then hopefully in the next 7 minutes you can start to see more momentum kick in. Let's do some investigation. When did our session start? Our session started at 1:30. So let's just see, have we missed out on anything? 1:30 is right here. This is when our session started. Look at that. We did not capitalize on this. This was a pullback, which I did say. We capitalized on a pullback all the way from the bottom, and it went straight to the TP, guys. This is what happened during our session. We capitalized on it. So now look, the lows for our session are all the way down here as well. So at this point, you can start asking another question like, what reason is there? Why is price starting to violate those lows? It should just be a pullback. Why are we starting to violate those laws? Maybe now correction is required, because again, we have an imbalance in the market. Maybe now we can start to see this correction, and then crazy aggressive sell setup can start to show up, and a lot of momentum to the downside can start kicking in. So maybe now when we start to see more volume kick in, which will be with NYSE in next 6 minutes, we can see sales starting to play out. Again, you got to understand, what are the lows for our session? These are the lows for our session. So again, there is a reason, right? We're going to start to break below this. Until then, this whole move to the downside technically becomes your correction. If you start trading below this, start holding this level as a resistance. At that point, you're saying, okay, now probability to the downside goes up, because look at this, right? Clean move to the top side. meaning that there are not a lot of like significant amount of orders in the middle of this range. But once you start to approach this, again, you're going to start coming up to an area where a lot of orders are being executed. Then again, you're making your trade risk-free. You're always reacting to the markets. So you have to really understand your zones. You're always reacting. Until then, this is just a pullback. Sells do not make sense. You haven't violated the structure laws. If you want to take it from up there, be a cowboy. That's again, be my guest. But that's not the safest way to trade, in my opinion, especially if you're trading like, the minute time frame. Again, a lot of possibilities in the markets, guys, but you have to execute on the highest probability. That's what you have to execute on. Is a game of probabilities. Right now, again, look at this. This is when our session opened, half one. Altogether, this is all we have moved. And literally, once we started to break these highs, this is all it has done. 18 pips to the top side, and this has been your consolidation technically, like, this 40 pips. So it hasn't even moved about 100 pips in one direction. So you're looking to ask this question once again. When will it move now? If it wants to move, when will it move? Well, guess what? It will move in the next 5 minutes. So simple. So simple. So simple, guys. So maybe in the next 5 minutes now we can start to see more momentum either to the top side or the downside. And again, the correction can be really aggressive because of the move to the top side. There is an imbalance in the market. When there is an imbalance in the market, it's just like, when gold drops, nothing can stop gold from dropping. The drops are really aggressive compared to the momentum to the top side. The momentum to the downside is way more aggressive. So how it took like how many candles, like 1 2 3 4 candles, 5 candles to push up. You might just see 2 candles kind of like giving you the whole correction. That's how massive of a drop we can get on gold. But again, we'll see during NYSE if it shows up. If it does, well, then there you go. That's another trade setup showing up. Until then, just have to see on our hands, guys. Right now, there is nothing. If you are still in this trade, then amazing. But for us, we secured most of the profits. Our runner got stopped out. Now we're just sitting on our hands. As you guys can see, like my MetaTrader 4 is not even open. You guys can see it's shut. Let's open it to show you guys no trades are running. There you go. As you guys can see, more than 1% off for the day. And yeah, just chilling at this point, right? And just waiting for NYSE to come up. And then from there, we're going to see if there is a high probability of opportunity. If there is a high probability trading setup that shows up, then might execute on it. Until then, just going to sit on our hands, guys. So guys, we've got more than 40 people watching. Can we hit 40 likes? Are you using FTMO or MFF? No, as I said, FTMO, guys, I'm keeping it for Feb because it is a big account. It's a 200k account. I don't want to trade it right now. MFF is a small account. This account is only 100k. It's a small account, so that's why I'm trading it during this month. This is a low volatile month, low volatility. So it's really hard to actually trade within this month, and is really hard for people to be profitable during this month. It's easier to be profitable during the other months when the volatility is at all-time highs, if you understand trading. But we are really profitable during this month as well, and that's great. That's powerful. So hopefully when we start to come into the next year, oh boy, the profits are going to be crazy, guys. Really excited for next year, man. Really excited for next year. Obviously, the only days we're going to be taking off from the streams are obviously bank holidays. You got Christmas coming up as well. You got a lot of bank holidays coming up. Those are the only days we're going to be taking off until, other than that, we're going to be trading every single day. No days off for us, guys. No days for us. What keeps you consistent and profitable in your trading? I mean, just staying disciplined, man. Look at that. I've only taken one trade. And other than that, I'm just, sitting here with you guys, just looking at the charts because, again, a lot of opportunities are showing up. But as I said, until the opportunity is like really high probability, it has a high probability of winning, I would not execute on it. And there are a lot of, things in the equation, like the session timing, the sort of structure you're seeing, like everything comes into play. It all got to be aligned together. Then that's when you get the probability, right? Right now, as I said, like next 2 minutes, you're gonna start to see some more momentum kick in. At that point, you can start to see, okay, now maybe another setup shows up. Other than that, guys, this is it. This is it. If you guys took that trade with us, you should be up more than 1% as well. You should not be looking to take another setup anyway, guys. This is a winning day during this month. Amazing. What kind of account you recommend for scalping gold in MFF? I would say go with something with more leverage, because what I done was with FTMO, I made a mistake of going for the swing account, and the leverage was so bad, it became really hard to trade it. I mean, yeah, we still did trade it, but it becomes really hard to start risking 1% per trade. I had to cut down to like 0.5% per trade, just to stay consistent with the leverage. But With MFF, the leverage is really good. You can even risk up to 2% per trade, and if you have a nice buffer on your account, what's stopping you from making like crazy returns? Everything's possible once you have a buffer. Obviously, realistic returns per day should be 1%, but once you have a 10% buffer, well, you can even make 10% per day. What's stopping you? If you're risking 1% on a trade and you're holding it and not securing any partial positions, if it can run all the way up to 100 pips on gold, that's we were doing 100 to 200 pips every single day, man, when the volume was like obviously normal. Look at that, NYSE open now straight away, haven't violated the lows of the session. Our session, the lows are still intact, like we're still holding the lows. At this point has formed a bond wick, and you're starting to see some sort of push to the top side once again. So what's the next logical thing that's going to happen? We're most probably going to come up to the structure highs. That's the next logical thing. If you start breaking above these, this is structure highs, right? Look, this is a swing high now. What business does price have breaking above the swing high? It should be forming the upper wick now. It has the bottom wick. Should start trading below this level, then your correction starts. Otherwise, if you start to break above this swing high, you're going to go up to the next swing high. So simple, right? And again, now what's happening is we have a lot of momentum. We have a high volatile session, which is NYSE. So either you're going to see a new leg back up now, up to 1793, or you're going to see your sales play now. It's so simple, guys. So simple. That's what simple trading is. As long as you keep it simple and you play a game of probability, you can be really profitable. Look, again now, you start breaking below this after forming a bond wick. Guess what? Probability to the downside goes up. Next thing you're looking for is where are the structure lows for the session? They are all the way there. So you do understand from here, this is when the uptrend started from, right? This is where we started to form higher highs and higher lows from. So now we start to break below this. You're asking, okay, is gold just coming down to grab liquidity? Because gold does react to liquidity zones in the minute time frame as well. At that point, you're again waiting for a confirmation to see how the candle reacts around this level. If it's a massive candle and it starts to reject and close back above, then you're saying this was just a liquidity zone to start pushing back up. Otherwise, you're seeing if it starts to close, you have a break of structure, retest, and it starts to form lower lows, lower highs below this, then you know that your sales are going to play out. That's what simple trading is. You got to keep it simple, understand price action, and yeah, you can be really profitable. But I would say the hardest thing is the psychology, your discipline. You got to be on point. If you are on point discipline wise, then yeah, guys, you can make it in this industry. Nothing can stop you from making it. Everything is possible in life, and this is the best business to be in my opinion. Especially now, like you got funding companies like willing to give you up to $2 million. That's insane, man. That's insane. Unless you're gonna go trade for a hedge fund, you're not gonna be seeing that sort of money. Unless you got like a crazy portfolio and you got private investors just throwing their money at you, like bro, take my money, start trading it for me. This is the best time to be alive in my opinion, like trading wise. You can make so much money. But again, you don't think about trading and you don't correlate trading and money together. You have to like kind of make that separation and understand every trade is just a trade. It has nothing to do with money, it has nothing to do with pips. It's just a game of probability. If it's a high probability setup, everything aligns, execute on it. From here we can most probably start to push up now. Honestly, the way it is about to approach this area here now. We start trading above this, you're going to start pushing up all the way up to the structure highs and potentially start forming that structure. Next leg back up. I'm going to just open my MetaTrader 4 as well. See if we can capitalize on something here. It's starting to look quite good now, honestly. Look at that, it's tapping this resistance level as well. Again, we're going to see how we react around this level, right? Just going to take this here. Okay. At this point, look, you're starting to tap into this resistance level now. You're starting to see some sort of reaction around this level now. So we haven't actually violated this level. We haven't broken out of this consolidation. The top side of the range, this becomes your consolidation on a minor time frame, right? So minor consolidation on a lower time frame. So now, again, look, you're seeing some sort of a reaction. Looking at the 30 minutes now, you have an upper wick as well as a bottom wick, right? So let's see. What's the next thing that's going to happen? You're tapping into this resistance level as well. So technically what's happening is, look at the minute time frame, is just becoming a pullback candle. Stop breaking above this, most probably going to see a nice push to the top side. So simple. And you got the next minute coming up as well. So obviously right now I'm going to stay out of this, but once the next minute candle opens, the next 5-minute candle opens, at that point, guess what we can see? Look at this now. See, look at this aggressive push. Told you guys. But honestly, you just have to, I'm going to wait for the next minute to open though. Have to wait. Next minute, why are we waiting for the next minute? Because it's the new 5-minute open. It has to technically come down and form the bottom wick, right? From there you can start to see. But again, look at this now. See, told you. Start breaking above this, you're gonna see a nice push up. And now what's the next thing that's gonna happen? You're gonna come up to the highs, and then from the highs you're gonna potentially break the highs and start pushing up to the next highs, right? Look at this aggressive push to the top side. Wow, amazing. Another minute left as well for the new 5-minute to open. And yeah, look at this push, man. Just called it right there. Told you guys. Look at this. 16 pips. 16 pips. Amazing. 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 Nice. No ways, yeah, this is becoming a rocket ship at this point, honestly. But yeah, unfortunately I missed it, so I'm not gonna FOMO in and start jumping into this. It can very well push up, but I'm done for the day mainly anyway. So unless it starts giving me a pullback now and some sort of, you know, entry can be taken from down here, I'm really not interested, because now it's just, this is the move now, right? This is the move. It's gonna push up. Maybe from here you can start to wait for those pullbacks, and then technically this was your entry, you know, pullback candle, you know, gave this setup out, you know, break of this was kind of like your entry, you know, stop losses would have been here, 10 pips, and this would have been, you know, your TP here, scalp. At this point this would be a risk-free trade running all the way to the top side, because I am expecting this to push all the way up to 1793. If we start breaking above this, it's going to become a rocket ship of a candle, that's for sure. Look at the way this is just pushing up now. It's, again, as I said, just had to wait for our volatile session to approach. This is NYSE now. This is when you're going to see the next leg back up, right? Look, we haven't broken the structure lows for our session. So as I said, technically this was just becoming your pullback to collect some more orders. It was waiting for more volatility to kick in to start pushing up. Now it's going to start breaking up above the session highs. The session highs are right there. At that point, we're forming your next leg back up. And then from there, obviously the target is 1791, and then after that 1793. That's what it is. Look at that analysis again, just playing out, guys. Look at that. Amazing, amazing, amazing push. This is the 5-minute lows. Now look at this 5-minute candle just pushing straight up to the next level. Wow, just so beautiful, man. Everything just playing out to the T. Do you know what it is? I was not tempted to even execute on this, because I've made, like, you know, enough profits. Did kind of, like, you know, make some profits around yesterday as well during FOMC. So I'm, like, you know, sitting at good profits now. So I'm a happy man. But look at that. At this point, you have made the next leg back up. And after this, you see a really, really aggressive push all the way up to 1791.63. You start breaking above 1791.63. You're going to see a nice push up to 1793. So yeah, guys, again, look at that. Analysis just working out to the T. Told you guys, you know, this is how it's going to play out. It played out, and we didn't really execute on this, but again, no FOMO. Took my one trade. I don't need to take another trade. But as I said, look, a lot of opportunities in the markets, but if we take the highest probability setup, is going to, you know, work out. And look at that, it just literally worked out. And you can only do this on a minute time frame. You really can't do this on a 30-minute time frame, because you haven't really broken any sort of wicks, have you? So again, 1 minute time frame is really intense. It gives you a lot of information. That's all it is. And yeah, guys, I have a one-to-one session booked. Someone has booked a one-to-one session with me now, so I'm going to go and teach them some trading. So thank you guys for tuning in once again, guys. Make sure you guys are keeping up to date with our instas as well. Going to be posting a lot of things on there, you know, keeping you guys updated with a lot of things. And so guys, please drop a like on the YouTube live stream. As I said, my target has been 40 likes. Unfortunately, we haven't even hit the 40 like target now. So if we can do that today, that would be great. It will be a happy day for me, and we'll be back again tomorrow, guys. As I said, the only days we're going to take off are the bank holidays, so you guys are going to consistently see us every single day. Like, you know, we're going to be here trading with you guys. As I said, we are a team. We're, you know, becoming this community, growing day by day. So make sure you guys do your part, drop a like, and guys, everyone have a lovely and blessed day. Amazing session once again today. You know, winning streak stays on, man. We haven't had a losing day in a long time, and you know, that's what trading is about. Again, losing days are expected. We should expect them. You know, it's not about winning streaks, but winning streaks. We are on a winning streak. Usually we are on winning streaks. And yeah, that's what trading is about, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in again once again today, and I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow. Peace.